Yeah, uh, this video is about the Etruscan and maybe who the ancestry is. Yeah, I just want to say this is just a speculation video. Nothing is confirmed in any shape or form. It's just my speculation. One speculation I have about the Etruscans is they are like some I think maybe two ancient scholars. Some of them say they are from Lydia. There was a famine. They have to migrate to Italy because of the famine. The other one say they were local people in Italy, and so like other one said they are from Turkey. In Turkey, some part in Turkey, from like maybe it's close to the Hittite kingdom. I have a speculation before I say they were. I think they were the Trojan, but maybe they are. I really, when I think about it now, maybe they are not the Trojan, and the Etruscan were the people who sacked Troy. They was one of the federation of the sea people. They are the especially them who destroyed Troy, and because why I think that now, because before I think they are the Trojan, is the depiction. They always depict the execution of Trojan prisoners, and if they were ancestor to the Trojan, they should depict the Trojan with the better light in the paintings if they were related to them. So that is something about that is because the sacking of Troy. This is just my speculation now. At the people who sacked Troy were the Etruscans, and there was many different sea people. Some come to Egypt, some were attacked the Hittites, but or maybe some attack in the Philistines, but maybe one of the faction of the sea peoples are the Etruscans. They have ships. They were a battleship, and they also take lots of prisoners. So maybe this is very much possible that they was a big federation around 1200 or 1100 BC, and they were some of the Etruscans was mercenaries to the upper class in Troy, or like that, and the Trojan forgot to pay them and something, and they started revolt, and they at the time the Trojan was also very weak, and the revolt was inside revolt in the kingdom of the Trojan, and the Etruscans, Racina, so also is the same, also called the real name of them, was also called Etruscan, but the original name was the Racina. Maybe the Racina attack Troy. They sack Troy, and after they have defeating the Troy, they take a lot of loot with them from Troy, like vessels and so on. And probably the Racina are local people in Italy, but because of their sacking, because of the sacking of Troy in Turkey, they bring back so much art and understanding of their more advanced culture because of their attack on Troy. So this leave a big gap now. Who are the Trojan? For if Etruscans are not the Trojan, and the Etruscans were the people that sacked Troy, who are the Trojan then? That is like a really big question. Like one side of me say Etruscans are the Trojan, the others say the people that sacked the Troy. So this is something there is very interesting. There is this something connection there. If they are not Trojan, they are the people that sacked Troy and bring back loot from Troy and prisoners and depict it on their wall when they execute famous kings in Troy, like royal family. They execute to show how powerful the Etruscans were, to show really like. But so because of that, but the Romans, they say they were ancestor of the Trojan in mythological ancestry. But the problem there is this: the only thing I'm sure about is some connection. They are the sacker of Troy, or they are the Trojans. The only thing I'm pretty sure about that they are. I don't believe in that they are just a normal local people in Italy and they just pay a lot of money for art. I think there probably are some things about the Racina or the Etruscans because of all the artifacts they have, because of all the paintings. Like they have so much things from other cultures, like Phoenicians, like from Mesopotamia. They have so much. So there's something to tell me is that they was a pirate, or there was like almost like the Vikings. They were sophisticated, but they were also very much good to plunder different places, and that is very possible. That they attack in Turkey. They come with some ships. I don't know how many they were. They come with some ships, and there was a time there the Trojan was weak, and the Etruscans. They attack the castles. I don't know. Okay, when I say castle, do not get any picture on any like big like castle. Like I think it's more medium, small. And so that is why I really think that now is really. I don't have read about it in any book yet, but I very much suppose. For we only know that they was one sea people from Italy, and that is this why I really think now that they are probably the person. The Etruscan was the people that sack Troy, and so that is very very interesting. I think I'm not 100% sure. Absolutely not. Of course not. I'm not. But the other side. So that is for if there was the thinking I had before. So if they were the Trojan, why do they pick themselves defeated with all the depiction? Always they depict Achilles killing Trojan prisoner with axe. They always depict that. So if they really were the Trojan, they should not depict the failure. Like always when you are a culture, you always want to depict yourself as a victor. You don't depict yourself as a bound prisoner who's gonna be stabbed in the throat with a sword. That is a bit strange depiction of yourself. If you really want to depict yourself as a failure, and that is why I don't think they are the Trojan, because why should they depict themselves as a failure if they were the Trojan? So they, more recent speculation I have now is they are more likely to be the sacker of Troy, and of course they can have help, of course, but I think more they are specifically the people behind Troy's fall. And so that is really what I think. So I really think the Racina, aka Etruscans, were one of the big reason why Troy fall, because they are not the single reason, but I think they're one of the big reason of the Sea People factions so destroyed Troy. The new Troy, there's many, like the Troy of the that we know about the Trojan War. I think they are one of the big reason why Troy falls. I don't know exactly how they defeat the Trojan. Do they defeat them in battle, or do the Etruscan betray the Trojan under the attack? For about many kingdoms on fall, like the Macedonian fall of from the Sea People, and there was the Dark Age, and like then we know about the Etruscan culture from 9 to 400 BC. So that is very open there with the history about them, is just that they are so sophisticated, the Etruscan, and they have so much culture from other culture, and the mythology art painting about them, and they totally depict the people, of course they depict Achilles in a Greek style, but maybe they are really the real people behind the fall of Troy, and for we only know mythology, we don't know the real history about that. So so that is my speculation, that the Etruscan are the big factors in Troy's fall. Like they absolutely have help with other sea people, but I think one of the big faction of the sea people from the part of Italy were the Etruscans, so sack Troy. So that is my speculation video about about the Etruscans, and that is where I really think for now. My idea can change absolutely, but the biggest one they are the sackers of Troy, and the other one, number two is that they are Trojan. But why should they depict themselves as a failure then, if they were the Trojans? So that is the things that make me very, very hard to question that. Really, it sounds so strange to depict yourself as a failure on the big tombs, like really, why you? And so that is reason why I think now they are not the Trojan, sadly, but they are they are the sackers of Troy, because of all the plunders they get from Troy, and so on. And the other thing, of course, they have lots of money because of the sacking. They can sell lots of things, they get lots of money, and they pay famous painters to paint the modern style at that time. So they show, maybe they from different kingdoms, from generation to generation, they pay a famous artist to pay that person in modern armor style, and so on. So there is only speculation I have really about them, that they are really one of the sea people, and they are the sackers of Troy. And so I can be nothing is confirmed in any shape or form. So remember that if you see this video, remember that it's just my fun speculation, and do not take anything seriously in this video. It's absolutely important now to just a fun video. It's nothing confirmed. Like, so if you see, don't say anything like, oh, this is confirmed, or like this. So nothing is confirmed in any shape or form. It's just my speculation, who they are, and So if you leave me a comment if you think something else. Very interesting to hear what you think, where they come from. I think they can be from everywhere. Like I heard from one person, is something from the north, and so on. But this is just my speculation. That they are the sackers of Troy. And yeah, that is my video. Leave me a comment what you think, and so on.